So, growing up as a kid, me and my siblings, we always used to get told jokes by my nana, our grandfather. And we thought these jokes were hilarious. And many of them, actually, I still find hilarious today. But as I've grown up, I've realized a lot of these jokes have good life lessons in them that I never realized when I was a kid. For example, one of the jokes he used to tell was about a duck who went to the hardware store. This duck went into the hardware store and goes up to the sales clerk and says, "Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have any duck food?" And now this being a hardware store, the sir kindly explained to the duck, and he said, "You know, it's a hardware store, we don't carry duck food." So the duck leaves, and he comes back the next day, and he goes up to the same sales clerk and asks him, "Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have any duck food?" And the sales clerk gets a little annoyed by this question, because he just explained to the duck the day before that they don't have any duck food. You know, it's a hardware store. So the duck leaves again, and he comes back a third day and finds the same sales clerk. He goes up to the sales clerk and says, "Excuse me, sir, do you have any duck food?" And at this point, the sales clerk loses his temper a little bit. He goes off on the duck and he says, "Look, if you come back here tomorrow and ask me for duck food again, I'm going to nail your feet to the floor." So the duck leaves. And, as expected, comes back the next day. And he asks the sales clerk, and he goes up to him and he says, "Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have any nails?" So the sales clerk is finally relieved. Something other than duck food this time. So he explains to the duck kindly that they just sold their last box of nails and they don't have any left. But if he comes back tomorrow, they'll have some. So the duck says, "Oh, okay, well good. Would you happen to have any duck food?" A lot of times in life, we're going to run into people like these ducks. And first of all, I appreciate you all coming. And many of you may be wondering why we're here. And it's because of people like the ducks. Recently, on a survey put throughout the pool, we scaled only on a 6 out of 10 on a customer service and satisfaction level. Well, many of our competitors in the local area on the same survey scaled an 8 out of 10. And I know many of us in this room have never really had training in this area before. So there were just a couple of things I thought I would like to clarify with you all on how we maybe can improve not only our customer service, but our everyday life at the pool. So, by making our customers happier, this isn't only just going to solve the problem of having this low customer service scale, this is also going to make ourselves happier. By having a bad work environment to come into, nobody wants to come, right? If the customers are unhappy, most likely we're going to be unhappy. When they come up to us all upset and they ask us for the third day in a row where the duck food is, we're not really going to like that as much. So I'm really wanting to urge you today, as a big thing, to stop thinking about these people as customers. Stop thinking about them as ducks, but more of as friends. Do the little things that you would do with your normal friends. Smile at them. Ask them how their day is going. Their experience at the pool. Is there anything that we can do better to make their experience better? Because who knows, maybe it'll save us some trouble in the future too. Maybe welcome them at the door. If you're working the door, thank them for coming. They're all the little things that are really going to help transform these people into our friends and not our customers, and thusly our jobs into happy places to be. But this isn't just going to cure everything. We're still going to have the ducks who are going to come in and complain. And now that's obviously going to happen. And what we're going to want to do is I really am going to urge you all just to listen when these people come in and complain. A lot of time the biggest thing is they just want to get something off their chest. And as much as it stinks that we have to listen to them, it's going to be a lot easier if we just do that rather than argue or go back and counter-argue and complain back to them. So if it really gets that bad and you can't solve the customer's problem, I'm going to urge you to do one more thing. Give them my phone number. I want to be as transparent as possible with you here. And not only with you as my employees, but with the customers and our friends. So please, everybody in this room, if you don't have my cell phone number, come up to me after this meeting and get it. And that way, not only can we be transparent together, but we can be transparent throughout the whole pool. And just offer it next time if you really need to get out of a situation and I'm not there. So, with everything having been said, I just want to really reiterate on, I want this to be a place that you're happy to come into. And that not only are we happy to come into, but the customers are happy to come into. And if this is something that we can change throughout the next month before our next survey comes due, and we go up on our average by 2 points total, I'm going to issue that challenge that if that can happen, and we can all work in this room as a family and a team working for one goal, that I will personally, myself, grill out and throw everybody in this room a pool party after we've shut down. You can invite 2 friends, we'll have some snacks, we'll have some good food by the pool, and we'll put a movie on the projector. So I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to come here and listen to this. And I want to usher you just to think about it the next time you come into work. And just to have this always in the back of your mind, that not only will this make us happier, but this is going to make the pool a happier place to be. Thank you. Have a good night.
6:02. Good job, buddy.